There we go.
Here we are.
All right.
Hello.
Great to have you along today. Big Biz Show, 110 million television homes strong, soon to be more, I understand. 150 radio stations in 175 countries. Great to have you along today. Sully here, Costa there.
Hello.
A big hello to the day trader Quattro.
The Qua.
Like that. You know, we have a very big show coming up here on Thursday. Well, Jared will, yes, I believe it's Thursday. We're going to tape it Thursday. I think it'll air Thursday. Probably air all weekend too.
Oh, it's gotta.
Where we're going to have a Big Biz Business and Sports show.
Love it.
With Mike Costa, Dave Palais.
Sorry, who?
We've got Jerk.
Oh, him.
You know, the sports writer. You know, Mark.
That's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, I always forget.
The sports writer.
Yeah.
And who do I say? Oh, we have Garrett Stubbs from the Philadelphia Phillies, World Series Philadelphia Phillies. We have his brother C.J. Stubbs from the Astros.
We almost need a bigger studio for that amount of baseball greatness.
We should.
Yeah.
Can you get Dave Dravecki? 1976 called.
Why not?
We could get Kurt Bavacqua. He's coming in the studio. Ex-Padre Kurt Bavacqua is coming in the studio to tape his podcast that day. We could have him on there. I'm not sure if he's still relevant nationally. But
he'd look at it and
well,
say,
do you know why he's relevant nationally? Is because of Tommy Lasorda stuff.
Of course.
He couldn't hit the side of a barn door. Next game, he comes out there and taters a freaking grand slam. Fantastic. Hey, great to have you along today. We get to interview a CEO of a public company today from a company called Reliance Global Group. Now, we don't, in the 30 years of radio and in the 15 years of television that the show's been on the air nationally, I don't think we've ever interviewed anybody around the insurance business. Right. These guys are publicly traded, by the way. They're under the stock symbol RELI. RELI is their stock symbol. Name of the company, again, Reliance Global Group. And you're looking for our TV audience. They're looking at the website, RelianceGlobalGroup.com. For our radio audience, we'll go ahead and put that out on TikTok Money. By the way, TikTok Money still has 100,000 active followers, 3 million active views. Under Sully Speaks Money. And we are reactivating that very quickly.
And that happened like overnight. I remember you talked about
I'm very famous.
We're going to start doing this TikTok stuff.
I'm very famous. Overnight success. No, it's thanks to Chloe and Devin and my daughters and the 5 millennials we have in our family.
Right.
That said you should talk to millennials about money. So we did. In any case, we'll put their website, Reliance Global, if you're listening to us on the radio versus TV, so you don't have to remember it and you have to write it down while you're driving. We'll put it on our website. Ezra Beyman is the CEO and chairman, and we got an email from one of his shareholders saying you should look at this company. So we conducted some due diligence and found out, you're right, we should have him on there. And look at how important we are. We got Ezra. Ezra, how are you, sir? Good to see you.
Okay, how are you?
Good. Happy holidays, happy New Year, and looks like you are at the UN right now, having a meeting. United Nations.
That's how big he is.
He's actually so big, he's actually representing us as the Big Biz Show at the UN. Ezra, I want you to take from the top down the insurance business for us. Before we start talking about your company specifically, our insurance game has tried to change so many times in this country. And you're at the tip of the spear here. And the more I do research on you, the more I sort of understand what you guys do. But before we get to that, talk about the insurance top-down business here in the United States and how it has changed and how it needs to change going forward.
Okay. I mean, the truth is, insurance, from the top down, they themselves have been realizing that, have come to realize that the middleman is extremely important to them. I often tell a story, it's actually a true story, going back to close to the end of the 19th century, a group of insurance carriers, insurance companies were meeting, and they were saying, another 20 years, and the broker's going to be history. They won't need the brokers anymore. But the facts are that every single one of those insurance carriers no longer in business, and the brokers are alive and well. So the insurance industry has learned they need the broker to deliver the business to them, who knows their customer on a local level, somewhat of a personal item, important item. Buying the wrong insurance could be catastrophic when you need it most. Any type of insurance, whether it's health insurance, auto insurance, home insurance. So that's that's
and what's interesting is that you guys have a B2B network approach that provides sort of a turnkey experience. Talk about specifically what you guys are doing there at Reliance Global Group.
Right. So our Rely Exchange program, which is, we bought that in April of this year. It was under the name Barron Associates. It has agents that bring them business. We bought it in April. Actually, there were about 60-something agents then. We're about 150 agents as we speak today. It's pretty hot. And people are joining because they're able to use our technology. That's our own technology we've developed over the last year and a half or so, 5minuteinsure.com. But we're using it for the agent to be able to service his customers. Within 5 minutes, get shop for them from up to like 30 carriers anywhere in the country. But we're in 50 states, licensed in about 50 states and 30 carriers, and get back with a quote and actually buying the insurance all within 5 minutes. It saves time, significant time for the agent, and it's a no-brainer and a really win-win for the customer, because almost in every case, the customer is saving significantly on comparing their insurance, not just like when you go to a captive agent, a captive company, whether it's Allstate or any of the big carriers. They're wonderful, but they'll give you a quote from their company. In our case, we give multiple quotes, all within minutes, get the most competitive and the best coverage. So for our agent and the customer, it's a real win-win.
Hey, Ezra, I got to ask you. This is not a franchise model, though, correct?
Correct.
Because it sort of feels like it could be a franchise model, but it's not. This is something completely different. What's the difference?
The difference is we've removed the barrier that a franchise model has. Franchise model, there are a few of them in the country that similar to us, public companies, but there are, that could be $10,000 to $50,000 or more in upfront fees, and then monthly fees and other service fees. We've taken that away. There's the barrier. They get a license, which we help them with. It just takes a few weeks. I know many of our agents are already licensed. They join us. We could actually give them their real feeling of a $10 million agency almost on day one. We give them their own, branding. They use most of the agencies that we have dealt with want to keep their own name, their own identity, things they've built up in many cases over years. We could actually give them that branding and the white label service within minutes. So we've taken away. That's why we're growing. We're going from 60 to 150. Our goal is to be over 1,000 by the end of this year.
Hey, I got a million questions for you, and we're short on time here. Ezra, I want to get you back in studio here because there's so much to talk about that. Because what you basically got, what you are as a company, is an agency partner versus a franchiser, which I think is a big difference, and also puts some juice behind some big juice, like electric juice behind a typical agency. You're coming back with us, mister. Thank you, Ezra. I appreciate it. We'll see you very soon. Ezra Beyman is his name, Chairman, CEO, Reliance Global Group. They are publicly traded under the stock symbol RELI. Check them out. RelianceGlobalGroup.com. More Big Biz coming up.